This is my part 2 of the tutorial for Into the Unknown from Over the Garden Wall. If you haven't seen part 1, there's a link to it right here and a link to it in the description, so go check that out first. This is the second half of the song, and I'll get into it right now. Part 6, slowed down, sounds like this. Now there's a lot of kind of jumping back and forth in the left hand on this one, but as long as you kind of get it in your muscle memory, it should be fine. I'm going to do the right hand first. The right hand starts with C sharp and G sharp, then A sharp, E natural, F natural is the first measure, G sharp, and then rest, rest. The third measure goes G sharp, D sharp, G sharp. And I roll them when I play them. F sharp, and then A sharp, B natural, C natural, and F natural at the same time. And then ends with a D sharp. The left hand starts down here with a C sharp, and then jumps to F. And then the next measure starts on a D natural and jumps up to F again, and then plays a G sharp. So the first two measures on the left hand only sound like this. And together the first two measures sound like this. The third measure starts down here with a D sharp, and then up to F sharp. Now on this fourth measure, the thumb of the left hand plays G sharp while the right hand plays C and F. Then it goes D sharp, F sharp, D sharp in the right hand, C sharp. So that final measure sounds like. And then it goes on to part 7. Part 7 slowed down sounds like this. This one kind of has a lot of rolling chords the same way one of the earlier parts had. I'm going to start with just the right hand. The right hand goes from the first measure, D sharp, C sharp, then F natural, G sharp, C sharp, C sharp, C natural, C natural, A sharp, and then A sharp, and G sharp together. So right hand all the way through sounds like this. Now with the left hand, the first note when it's a D sharp in the right hand, it's going to be C sharp and G sharp in the left hand. And then a C sharp in the left hand before you F, G sharp, C sharp. And then the second measure starts with C sharp in the right hand and F natural simultaneously. And then C sharp, F, D sharp, and then the C that's in the right hand. So the first two measures go. The third measure, when you hit this A sharp, you do octave F sharps in the left hand. Then C sharp, F sharp, A sharp. Then A sharp here, and F natural here when the right hand hits G sharp and A sharp. So the third and fourth measure sound like this. Altogether, it sounds like this. Part 8, slowed down, sounds like this. And that one again is kind of a lot of jumping around in the left hand, so practice that carefully. I'm going to start with the right hand. The right hand starts with an A sharp and an F sharp simultaneously. F natural, D sharp, then F sharp and D sharp simultaneously. F sharp, F sharp, F natural. E natural, F sharp, F, and D natural simultaneously. So the right hand on its own sounds like this. And then with the left hand starts with F sharp when you play this F sharp and F sharp and A sharp. F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, and then this F natural. Octave G sharps, G sharp, and the D sharp and F sharp up here. D sharp, C natural, G sharp, and the G sharp plays at the same time as this F sharp. This C sharp plays the same as this F sharp. Then F natural, G sharp, C sharp, and this E natural, F sharp. Now this third measure is kind of weird in the left hand. It goes... And especially with the right hand together, it sounds really kind of twisty. It's like... But just practice that over and over again. I'll play it really slowly once through. This C sharp and this E natural play at the same time. So once more. A sharp, D natural, F natural, and then the left hand plays an F natural, and the right hand plays one more F natural. So part 8, up to speed all the way through, sounds like this. Part 9, and this is the final part of the entire song, slowed down, sounds like this. From the beginning, I'm going to play both hands at the same time because they're kind of connected really. From the beginning, the right hand plays an F, while the left hand plays D sharp and A sharp. And then right after that chord, the right hand plays A sharp and this A sharp as well. Then D sharp, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp. Second measure, left hand plays G sharp, while the right hand plays C natural and F sharp, D sharp, G sharp and F natural simultaneously. And then the third measure starts with just C sharps. C sharp, C sharp, C sharp. C sharps, and then the left hand plays F, G sharp, C sharp, F, G sharp, and the right hand comes up an octave to finally play C sharp, F, C sharp. So the last two measures are like. Part 9 all the way through, it's the final part of the song. Up to speed sounds like this. You can kind of slow down at the end instead of playing very even. You can kind of slow it down and gives it a nice ending fade out. That's the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me if you liked it. Tell me maybe if you want to see more tutorials like this, if this kind of helped. Again, if you haven't seen part 1, go watch part 1 because this comes after part 1. I'll put a link to the cover that I made of this song where I'm playing piano and singing. I've got a download to that, and I have a download of the piano-only version, again, if you want to just listen to the piano version, have that kind of help you out in your practicing. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching to the end, and thank you for watching my tutorial. Comment, tell me what you think, and until my next video, goodbye.